Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to use up something that probably most of us junk journal makers have plenty of. It's book pages and scraps, whether it be digital prints, little ephemera, or scrapbook paper, which I have a ton of all of them. So what I started with is little pocket tags, or tag pockets, depends on how you look at them. So as you can see, I've made three little prototypes. This one was the first one because I was working on something for my Victorian cabinet card junk journal, and I wanted to use this image. It's one of those cards from Tim Holtz, and I just backed it with some coffee dyed paper, and I did some gilding, put some gilding paste around it. And this is a tag, and I just flipped the bottom up, sewed around it, and made a pocket out of it. So I could have backed this with writing paper as well, so you can use the whole thing still as a tag, or in this case, I was just gonna glue it onto a page. Maybe just glue it like this and then have a side like tuck spot. But yeah, so I used book pages, music, and this is like an old German book. And then this is a die cut scrap and a little label that I had printed. Yeah, so that was the first one that actually gave me the idea of mass making these, because I think they're fun and a good way to use up stuff that you have laying around. And you can make them, like, you can make them in different ways. So this one actually is a full-size tag, and I always use, where's my tag? I always use this. I know I'm zoomed in too much, but I just wanted you guys to be able to see all these. So this is this size. This was this size, but I folded it up, so you can have short ones or you can have the long ones. Either way, I think they make really cute pockets. So here I had like a French book page, and then it's pretty much the same thing, but I embellish it with like a transparent sticker. And down here I had like this lovely flower paper, and as an example, I just put in 2 of these tiny tags. I have a bunch of these and I have no idea what to do with them, because I personally don't journal. Like, I don't write in my books or in my tags, but I love tags. So I thought they were cute if you just stick them in here. Ta-da! Little pocket. And you can write on here, journal on the back if you want to. And then this one is a big one that I actually did back with coffee dyed paper. So you can journal on the back. I could have put like one of those holes with the hole enforcer, and up in here I might still do that. Put a little string on it or a ribbon, and then you have a nice tag, but you still have a pocket. So this one actually has a Swedish book page, and then I had like some digital papers that I had printed, and I love this this rose. Somehow I use a lot of roses lately, and a label, and I also stitched around it, and it's like the full size, and then it's just coffee dyed paper, so you can write on it. Yeah, so I am going to make a little one and a big one on camera, just so you can see how I make them. Maybe it'll give you ideas on how to use up your stash of book pages. Oh, I just noticed these are all foreign. These are all European, French, German, and Swedish book pages and other scraps. All right, so I have like French book pages. I have some more of the Swedish, and I have a piece of like a piano. It was like an organ book. Okay. And then I also have a few scraps, like this is the leftover from my lovely, oh, it's glued together, flowery paper. I have some rice paper. If you have little scraps of rice paper, that could work. I tore this out of a digital paper that I was going to use for a collage, but I didn't end up using it. And then I really like these spring flowers. So I might, or these ones, I don't know yet. I might use them. Okay, and then whatever other scraps I have laying around. I'm not gonna pull them all into the camera. So now I can zoom out a little bit so you can see my mess. Okay, and the base I used is file folder. However, because this gets fairly thick if you fold this up and back it and glue stuff on it, I didn't want it to get too thick. So if you have a Dollar Tree nearby, I highly recommend buying these file folders. They also have the legal size and the letter size, but they are pretty thin. I personally don't use them as file folders. I only buy them for crafting because I think you get 10 for $1. So let's make the big one first, because the big one I actually used this part where it's already folded. So I had, this is the pocket, and then here I cut out the tag, and then I trimmed the pocket a little bit, and then on here we can just use a tag and then fold it. Okay, don't need this one. It was just an example, because I also have a bunch of, oops, no, they're falling down. I have a bunch of those, and again, I don't need that many, so I should probably start using them. All right, so what I did, I drew my tag on the back. I lined I lined the bottom up with here, with the fold. Actually, why am I using this one? Where's my sample tag? Because this has like the string or thread attached. I don't want to draw over that and get bumps. Okay. And I've used this piece for many other things. As you can tell, I've cut a lot of pieces off this. So all kinds of leftovers that I want to use. So I am just leaving this folded when I cut. So this has the same shape. Need my lovely scissors. Oops. Just cut this off. I can hear my ducks out there. Tonight it's supposed to be below 12 Fahrenheit. I think it's like -25 Celsius. I'm not sure. It's cold. And so ducks can actually get frostbite on their feet if they cannot keep them dry and warm. So here, I think I left, on this one, I left like 2.5 inches. Did I do 2.5 inches? Yep. So I'm just gonna cut this. Oh, wrong. I'm gonna line this fold up at 2.5 and just trim this. So here's our little pocket, and you can leave it longer or make it even shorter depending on what you want to stick in that pocket. Yeah, anyway, so before we have like super cold nights, I catch all my ducks and rub coconut oil on their legs and their feet. It's supposed to help prevent frostbite. I don't know. So far they haven't gotten any frostbite, but I always worry about them so much. So, okay, what book page do I want to use? So on the music? I think I want music. Do I have a better one? Because there's a lot of text in here. I know I probably shouldn't just take stuff out of a book, since I'm saying I want to use up scraps, but this is just laying around here. Okay, so, and then what I do, I just put a bunch of glue on here and then stick this in here and then cut it out. You can do that. Where's my glue? Yeah, so, and then I added a bunch of dry straw. So in this, ducks produce a lot of moisture, and so you have to like keep adding dry straw so they don't sit like in moist straw because it freezes. So yeah, I always have to like prep their house before we have like a super cold night, and I worry about my duck kids, and they do not like being picked up and having stuff rubbed on their legs. So I had to catch each one. I had to remember, I have 7 ducks in case you didn't know. And I have to remember which one I already caught. And then they all like cluster up in the corner behind the water bowl. And as soon as I let them, like I pick them up, put the stuff on their feet, and they have claws, oh boy. But they didn't scratch me. But my whole coat and my hair was full of coconut oil. Yeah. So anyway, when I let them go, they immediately run to their big water bowl, like the drinking / bathing bowl, and bathe themselves like aggressively. Like, oh my gosh, he touched me. Yeah, so I tried really hard when they were little to get them used to me, but they know that I don't hurt them. They know that I feed them, I take care of them, but they still, like, they're so nervous. And that the Indian runner ducks are a fairly nervous duck breed, but I've seen other people that snuggle their ducks and their ducks follow them and love them. Yeah, not my ducks, so, oh well. Yeah, okay. Enough about the ducks, so I'm just gonna quickly distress this. Okay, so because I put very like beige boring paper on the back, I want to put something colorful on the front. So let's see what we have. I have this one. I kind of want to use this. Do I have... This is pretty. I already have this flower though. Oh, that's okay. It doesn't matter. Yeah, same flower. I can just go this way. Okay. You have convinced me. So what I'm doing now is I'm just gonna put some glue on this side because this goes up. And then it's the front. Okay. Let's see. What do I like? Okay. And then we can just use the bone folder and make sure it's all stuck, and then we just cut around this, and then we can sew around it. Unless you want to decorate first, you can do that. Okay, so for this one I cut a little thumb hole thingy for the tab. I can do this here too, probably, just so you know, or the person that will use it. I work in web design, so yes, I'm talking about users all day long. Yeah, so they can tell, hey, this is a pocket and this is like crooked or something. Looks a little bit crooked. Alrighty. Okay, and then I am going to stitch around this, but first I'm going to make a short one so I can show you how I did that before I go to the sewing machine. Okay, let's see if we can use a piece here. This should work. Let's see. Yep. All of a sudden I have so many ideas of projects I want to do. I'm like, ooh, I need more time. But usually by the time I'm done working and taking care of everybody, I am too tired to do anything. But I already like turned up the heat in my craft room earlier today, and I don't want to waste that energy. So that's yet another reason to go into my craft room, because now it's warm in here and I don't have to freeze half to death. Have I mentioned that I'm looking forward to spring? I feel like that's all I've been saying to my friends lately. I cannot wait for spring. Oh my gosh. Alrighty. So now I didn't really measure these. I just eyeballed it, but I kind of like this size. So I'm going to line this up, and I can tell you like what size. Or so this is about 2 inches. The total height of the tag is like 6 1/4. So now it's like for, I guess, between 6 1/4 and 6 1/2, minus 2 inches because we're folding up those 2 inches. Okay, this is a little crooked. Alrighty, so what are we going to do here? Do I want a Swedish page? Yes, I do. Let's put some... Which one? This one is a little browner or yellower, so I'm going to do that. I hope you all had a great week. This week somehow went by really fast. At least for me it did, which is good because I like weekends. And then when you glue, oops, too far down. You want to make sure that if you put glue on here that you wipe this off, because otherwise the pocket's gonna stick. And I don't want that, so I gotta rub this off. I didn't pay attention. Or you can also, if you are a stamper and have an anti-static tool, it's pretty much something like baby powder, and it takes static away, but it also takes stickiness away. So there you go. Now it's not sticky anymore. I really like this. Okay, so now we can cut this out. I already have my next challenge lined up. I'm in a challenging mood, so I'm not gonna say what it's gonna be, but it's going to be with a friend that I have done a challenge with before. Oops. Okay, let's see, what do we want to put on here? Oh, I forgot I wanted to put, that's too big now. Oh man, I was gonna put maybe no, I guess I won't. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty. But I need something under it, maybe. No, I don't really. Okay. Let's put glue on this. I need something under this. Let's see how far we are. 18 minutes. It's not too bad. Okay, how do I want this lined up? So rice paper is pretty much like see-through, but I like the color of the manila folder. Ouch. So that's okay. I don't mind that it like shines through. All right, so I'm gonna take these two to the sewing machine, and then I will be back. All right, so here are my 2 pocket tags or tag pockets. Just trim this off a little bit. Oops. The big one I backed with some coffee dyed paper so you can write on it, and I also punched a little hole up here and added some crinkled seam binding. That's what it looks like. And I've added a little blue label here because there is some blue in this flower, and I thought it ties it together nicely. And then I just have like a index card, or yeah, coffee dyed index card. And this can go in here. You can write on it, right on the back. This one is my personal favorite because I love mushrooms, and I just thought this worked out perfectly with the colors and everything. Got this nice label. Found this mushroom, or these mushrooms. This one I didn't back because I'm gonna glue this maybe in my mushroom journal. And then I also added these 2 little tiny tags in here. And that was so easy, so quick. Yeah, so these are all the ones. Let me zoom out again so I can see the different options. And I hope this gave you an idea to use up some of your book pages and scraps. Like I said, you can also use scrapbook paper or any other papery goodness that you have laying around. And yeah, so I'm gonna make a whole bunch of these. I love mask making stuff, and then I can just keep them until I have journals that I can stick them in. Have a great weekend, guys. I appreciate you, and I am going to see you or talk to you in my next video. Thanks so much. Bye.